Hi, you might know me as Cinderella, but in my day job, I'm a nurse in the intensive care unit.
Brooke, can you tell us what you like about working in ITU?
I like looking after the sickest patients, and in intensive care, we look after the people that need the most support. So we support lots of organ systems, we support people's breathing, we support people's hearts, support people's kidneys, and their brains as well. And I like the challenge, and I like figuring out what's wrong with people, and I enjoy the autonomy that we have in intensive care.
Can you show us around the unit and explain some of the machines briefly?
So we're actually on our HD unit, so it's clean now, but was previously using for COVID patients. So this is a typical bed space setup. So we've got the ventilators for respiratory support, we have our monitors and our portable monitors, obviously our beds with our air mattresses for our pressure area care. We've got the pumps for all our medications, our sedations, our cardiac drugs, and most importantly, our computer for all our documentation, monitoring our OBS constantly, and everything feeds through, and it's very, very helpful. Here we have our crash trolley, our intubation trolley, which we have on both sides. They should be the same, and this is used for emergencies and for semi-elective intubations. And then at the end over here, you might not be able to see them, but we have some hemofilters which we use for our dialysis for our patients that have renal problems.
And how would a typical day run on ITU?
So a typical day on ITU starts at 7:15. We have a group handover where we're allocated. We'll then be allocated to our bed spaces. We go to our bed spaces to take handover from our colleagues. We then do a safety checklist, just make sure the bed space is safe, and we'll assess the patient using an A to E assessment, much as most nurses will do. We'll then carry on our days, keeping the patient stable, keeping them comfortable, and we'll wait for the ward round. The ward round will happen, we get our plan for the day, and then we do whatever we need to do. And then at the end of the day, we'll hand over our patients. In between, we get regular breaks. So it's important to take some time away from the unit as well, because it can be quite busy and sometimes it can be very challenging. But if you like a challenge, you'll like ITU.
And what's the support like generally for all the staff on the unit?
We're a good team here, so we've got a very good team mentality. We're involved in the sport, so we won rounders last year. We have a wellbeing group, which is really nice, where we share stories and we share posts. And I think the most important part is make sure the MDT is involved. So the doctors are involved, the physios, the OTs, the pharmacists, and we all support each other. And it's a really nice group of people to work with.
And just one more thing, how's it been in the recent months with the COVID situation and all of the new RNs that have come to help us on the unit?
So we are really grateful for the RNs that have come to work with us. I know that coming into an environment like this in any kind of situation would be really difficult, but coming in during a COVID crisis must be really, really challenging. We are kind of used to this kind of patient, but our workload has obviously increased and people were very sick. So I think the COVID crisis was a challenge, but I think we're ready for the next wave should it arrive. And I think that the RNs have really upskilled, and I know that some people have really enjoyed the challenge and are hoping to come and work with us full time.
Lovely, thank you, Brooke.
Thank you.